New day, new disaster zone. We're down in Damascus, where the Vice President and Governor of Virginia, J.D. Vance and Glenn Youngkin, just spoke with some reporters in downtown, talking about some of the damage, like here on Laurel Creek, a bridge that was smashed by, from what locals tell me, a trailer, and I believe you can still see the trailer, pieces of it right there. 4 months to the day when Hurricane Helene came blasting and ripping through this area.
You can see some of the homes there over my shoulder, badly damaged by the storm here off Laurel Creek. And today I spoke with multiple local people about what that was like and how the recovery has gone in the months since.
Seeing my whole town just destroyed, it's just broke my heart. So many people have suffered.
Well, Gene and Melissa, you talk about Appalachian soul. Ladies, this is Appalachian soul right here. Dozens of volunteers want to help out. Brothers and sisters, my man Richie right here. Richie, give me a wave. That man that you're looking at right now, he and his wife Maxine up there on the stage. Maxine! Hey! They are from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And they felt a tug on their heart to come down here for 4 days. And they've been here ever since. They live in an RV back there. And Richie just told me, he said, I'm not leaving until God tells me to leave. That's what you see out here.
The road to recovery can be long and winding, much like the hiking trails that run through the little town of Damascus in Washington County, a town with a population of less than 1,000 people, but a town that's been on the eyes of the nation since September 27th, 2024. Hurricane Helene made a mess of Damascus, flooding many homes and businesses that do not stand today. It even caught the attention of the White House as Vice President J.D. Vance and Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin made a stop in January. A town shaken but not broken.
It's been surreal. Hard would be the easiest term that I would call it.
Jennifer Walker lives just over the border in North Carolina. She and her family fell in love with Damascus and the Virginia Creeper Trail many years ago.
One time we were coming into town and I told my husband, I said, I want that house right there. It was a little house, it had weeds all the way around it, and I said, one day we're going to own that little place.
They bought it, named it Along for the Ride, and turned it into a short-term rental, welcoming hundreds of guests over the past 6 years.
It was a perfect combo because we have the Creeper Trail in our front yard, but we have a creek in the backyard.
A gorgeous, peaceful view. However, Helene turned Laurel Creek into a raging river. Cars, campers, and homes like Jennifer's were just along for the ride.
Created a lake, basically, in our front yard. And then when the bridge right beside our house broke, it created this huge vacuum that just took everything out of the house. And it took the house. It was considered 100% destroyed.
In total, damages across town were estimated between $10 and $12 million. But help came in many forms.
They were so quiet. I didn't even know how to thank them, but I saw a lot of Mennonites, I guess. Samaritan's Purse was awesome. The recovery did go really quick.
The uncertain recovery now starting to come into focus for Jennifer. Her home gone, but replaced with level ground, train tracks, and soon 2 cabooses that will once again welcome guests.
What would you say you're most proud of or maybe thankful for in this moment standing here?
Okay, so first God. Yeah. Second, family and friends. People that just stepped up and helped that you wouldn't have even known. People just have done so much where they don't even realize that they're motivating us.
Though Jennifer and others still have a journey ahead of them, she holds on to her faith and a strength the people of Damascus share that no flood can wash away.
Every place that you go in this town, the people are so nice. You know, they are so grateful that you're here. They welcome business with open arms, and truly are just appreciative of everybody that comes here and visits.
The news on your hometown station, WDBJ7, starts right now.
Those bright eyes, the warm smile, and her tight hugs. 10-year-old Autumn Bushman can no longer share any of those. She died by suicide last week. We're bringing you that story from Roanoke County. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kate Capodanno. Like many, her family is facing more questions and answers, but their loss is also their motivation to share Autumn's story and talk about the deadly power of bullying. A little girl's room sits empty. It's been that way for nearly a week.
As much as I took care of Autumn for 10 years, she took care of me.
10-year-old Autumn Bushman died by suicide last Friday. And while her death has ripped a hole in the hearts of both of her parents, it's her life they want you to remember.
Youngest and probably the wildest. It didn't matter if you thought that she was going to fall through my living room floor. She was at it with her cartwheels inside my house at all times.
She was fearless. She was fearless.
Autumn's life was full of color, acrobatics, and love.
It's for Dad, the best one, and it says, thank you so much for being so loving and always being there for me. Go look in the fridge, XOXO.
She was a fourth grader at Mountain View Elementary School in Roanoke County. Her parents say her empathy for others may have made her a target for bullies at school.
She was one, if somebody was getting bullied or picked on, she would stand up for them. And unfortunately, I think maybe that made her a target for more bullying.
She loved so unconditionally, really wore her heart on her sleeve, and felt everything so deeply that I don't think she could quite understand, the hate that might have been coming her way.
The Bushmen say they reported the bullying to Roanoke County Public Schools. A school district spokesperson tells WDBJ7 the district takes all reports of bullying seriously and is reviewing what happened.
I had conversations with my 12-year-old and my 17-year-old about suicide. Never in my life did I think that I would need to have a conversation about suicide with my 10-year-old child.
Summer Bushman says her other two children are deep in grief, one turning to art to find peace.
I think that Autumn thought that she was alone in her last couple weeks on this earth. So we want her to look down and know that she was not alone.
Your identity kind of becomes your children over time, and that's been my biggest question lately is, who am I without my daughter? And that's something I'm going to have to navigate.
Now the Bushmans hope other parents will take this tragedy and start a conversation about kindness in their own homes.
Don't let anybody that's being bullied just be bullied. See something, please say something to an adult.
History in the Commonwealth. Tonight, we name Virginia's first female governor after a campaign full of ups and downs.
And that's not all. Dozens of races across the state, both big and small, could reshape the Commonwealth.
And your hometown station is covering it all.
Coverage of Your Vote in Virginia starts now.
Hello, Roanoke! Are you ready to win again?
We have the momentum. We have the enthusiasm.
Virginia is not going to be bullied.
I'm not going anywhere.
Your voices matter.
I am ashamed. I am embarrassed. And I'm sorry.
The state's not really holding up its end of the deal.
I've got their back. I've been working hard for them.
So are you ready to win?
We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win.
It is a Democratic sweep here in the Commonwealth, with the party winning all three major state races. Good evening. I'm Kate Capodanno.
And I'm Natalie Fawns. Thank you for staying up late with us on this election night. We have team coverage. We are going to head straight out into the field, where we have reporters set up all around the Commonwealth, following the statewide races from Virginia Beach to Northern Virginia.
And over the shoulder, it's bad, and it's getting worse by the moment. We are on what road?
Dillon's Mill
Road.
Wade's Gap.
Wade's Gap is where we are. And as our photographer Tucker zooms in, you see this blaze. It has grown since we've gotten down to this location in the last 4 to 5 minutes. There are first responders everywhere. There are flashing lights all over the place next to this church that we are at. The wind is significant, and it is not making it easy for these firefighters to try to put this blaze out that is rapidly descending down that mountain.
The good news is the snow continues to lighten up, still coming down, maybe mainly a light flurry to a moderate flurry, but really nothing more than that. Still have the snow plows going by, still having traffic moving very slowly on Hirschberger Road, and looking out on 581, looks like traffic moving along pretty good, but you still want to take it easy out on area roadways. Great packing snow, made one big snowman now out of my big snowman family. Of course, the kid's going to get out today. You really can pack the snow really good for snowballs and for snowmen, so a lot of schools out. Give them something to do. Head outside. I know I used to love playing in the snow.
Yeah, people should take this cold weather and wind chill seriously, especially if you're using public transportation. And I'll tell you why. We are testing the temperature of this bus stop bench, and it is -6 degrees. And so this is not somewhere you want to sit in thin layers. Make sure you are really bundling up using your hats and your scarves and your gloves. Those are all essential items that you're going to need this morning.
They were the underdogs who ran into the finals of Hometown Eats Restaurant Rumble this year.
Yeah, and after just one meal, it is clear to see why Meemaw's Country Kitchen in Martinsville is quite the destination for this week's Hometown Eats.
Everything's from scratch.
We season everything at Meemaw's, both sides. You can't just season one side. Some grilled pineapple for our Hawaiian chicken sandwich. It's our Hawaiian sauce.
A ton of sauce. And that Hawaiian sauce got a little zip to it.
A lot of people would try buttermilk to dip their chicken in, and the problem with that, honestly, is it burns. I found hot sauce, baby. As deep south as you can get. Hot sauce, man, it creates a perfect crust. It gives it a little bit of heat to it, and it doesn't burn.
And even though he used that hot sauce, it's not overly hot. And it's juicy.
But we bake apples about every day, and it's real apples. We peel them, quarter them, we do all that. There's no canned apples.
Nothing screams Country Kitchen like a big old bowl of baked apples.
In tonight's Protecting Our Parents, we focus on the equipment your loved one needs to help them get around. When your loved one begins to decline, falls ill, or is limited because of a fall, it's crucial for them to have the proper equipment that will help them improve their health. But those medical devices, such as wheelchairs, walkers, and lifts, can be expensive, and many seniors can't afford them. That's why one organization is providing that equipment at no cost to low-income, uninsured, or underinsured adults here in our hometowns. And those devices make all the difference to help seniors remain independent and get back to health inside their own homes.
And I went down 13 steps and hit the cement wall down at the bottom.
Catherine suffered 3 brain bleeds and a fractured vertebrae. After a lengthy hospital stay, she is now up and moving with the help of this walker. She credits the medical equipment she received from the Free Foundation. Today, the Free Foundation partners with Goodwill to take in donations from the community that then gets donated back out to seniors who need it.
Our purpose really is for everyone to achieve their greatest potential. Well, in this case, it's helping people find independence.
Don't give up. Don't give in to your whatever it is that's got you down. Go with the therapy and do it.
On Veterans Day, we thank those who've served our country to honor and recognize their valor. But also on this day, we want to bring light to a dark issue that affects far too many of our military men and women: suicide. Tonight, we sit down with a mother who lost her son 6 months after returning home. She's now taking her intense pain and placing it into the hands of other veterans who are passionate about preventing soldier suicide once and for all. Here's a special edition of Hometown Veterans honoring our heroes.
And I went over to his apartment. You know, I had a key and I let myself in, totally and literally thinking I would find him in bed or on the couch. But there he was. Instantly, I knew grief, pain, shock.
To solve the military suicide crisis, Stop Soldier Suicide has marched into this fight with Black Box Project,
a collaborative initiative with families like Robbie's and Tucker's.
So these families loan us devices that were owned by these individuals that died by suicide. And really the project is about using that data, using that insight that's never been available before to try to better understand some of the risk factors that precede a suicidal outcome.
Why wouldn't I want to donate my device? Why wouldn't I want to prevent some other family from going through such terrible pain and undescribable heartache as my family and I have walked, and we're still walking?
Time for the big hair, leg warmers, and spandex. The I Want My 80s tour is coming to Elmwood Park in just a couple of weeks. For today's hometown entertainment, I had the opportunity to chat with two of the tour's most popular performers, Rick Springfield and Nick Feldman of the group Wang Chung.
I'm pretty much a loner when it's just me, so that's my way to connect with humanity, is to, to go on the road and play for people, and it keeps my spirits high.
People want to testify to you what it means, your music means to them in their lives, so that you can't help but feel heartwarmed by that, and it makes it all worth it.
A group of campers took a field trip to a dairy farm in Botetourt County, and I got to tag along. I'll tell you about it in today's Grown Here at Home. The buses are rolling into Cave Hill Dairy Farm in Botetourt County. Moo cow! Moo cow! The kids from Boco Camp Leo are in for a fun day, learning how the operation works. Jeff Henderson and his daughter Courtney run the farm that's been in the family since 1749. And they couldn't wait to tell me about what they learned.
There's a lot of cows. A lot of them. And I can't imagine doing this all day, every day, too.
Only girl cows get milk. In this farm, you don't do it by hand, you do it by machines.
And this just in, a special report from Gavin.
Right now we're at the farm. I'm looking at some milk cows right now. I hope y'all out there are having a good day.
Well, it's just nice to see such a great group of kids getting out, learning about kind of where their food comes from and learning about the animals.
An experience they'll be talking about till the cows come home.
The United States is a maritime nation, using the water of the world to defend our freedom from above, below, and the surface of those waves. This week, I will give you a glimpse of what it takes to be part of this fleet.
One torpedo will sink most ships afloat. It's only when you get up to the big our fleet carrier, super carrier types, that you really need to start getting to more than one torpedo on the target.
That power launched through tubes like these with just a fraction of space to spare.
So I only have 1/8 of an inch of clearance all the way around.
And for the sailors who work with these launch systems, oh my goodness, there are times you have to climb inside, whether it's for inspection or tradition. Sparta is one of the 5,000 sailors that calls this ship home while out at sea. But back on shore, his roots are planted in the New River Valley.
I'm from Pulaski, Virginia.
Sparta has been serving his country for more than 5 years.
Longing to go back home, that would be an understatement. I do miss Pulaski quite a bit, and I miss my friends and family most of all.
14 years ago this month, the USS George H.W. Bush went on its maiden deployment. It was the first time in the Navy's history that a woman was in command of the entire carrier strike group.
And I've just spent my career finding those women that have broken those boundaries, and I look up to them and I use them as mentors, and I say, how can I do the same thing?
Live from downtown Roanoke, it's the Delta Dental Dickens of a Christmas Parade, presented by Valley Star Credit Union.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited to be here with you on WDBJ 24. It's a little cold, it's a little breezy, but we are feeling the warmth of the holiday spirit. I'm Kate Capodanno.
And I'm Mitch Carr. We appreciate you joining us on TV because, well, it's really cold outside. I am covered head to toe in everything that I own, and I need more.
I hope you're dancing at home, too, because this is the type of stuff that just gets you up on your feet. So if you're on your couch, please. I wanted to see if we have Miss Tracy that she could come over, but we'll figure it out.
Hey, you guys, I'm over here with, who am I here with?
Ava.
Ava, name twins.
Fighting Game 2! Oh my gosh, the magic of Christmas. What's been your favorite part of the parade so far?
The bubbles. I like the bubbles and like the big floaties.
I mean, we didn't get any real snow, so we'll take what we can get.
3, 2, 1, light it up! Yeah!
And we're all inside, and it's mighty nice of you to welcome us into your home. We just tickled to death to be with you.
I come to the mother of the Democratic Party, Virginia, and ask your help.
Now here in the main WDBJ TV studio, the local program Panorama is on the air.
Last night at 11 o'clock, Channel 7 broadcast its first live color program.
Good evening. The voters in Virginia have made their choices and the count is underway.
Didn't you hear Robin say that it was going to rain any second? We are talking pinpoint, Vernon.
When I was in high school football was huge, and it was because of Friday football, actually.
Suddenly, we were simply underwater.
The deep scar torn in the side of the building that represents American military might is one thing on TV. It's another in person.
We will prevail. We will prevail. We will prevail. We are Virginia Tech.
Good evening. I'm Kate Capodanno.
And I'm Mitch Carr. We thank you for joining us tonight.
And we're going to begin. WDBJ television signed on the air for the very first time October 3rd, 1955.
It was the start of a successful run we're proud to say continues 70 years later.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Jean Jadhun.
And I'm Joe DeShiel. Over the next hour, we'll dive into that history and take a look back at some memorable moments.
We hope you'll stick around for 7 at 70, stories of your hometown station.
Your hometown station, WDBJ7, in our hometowns.
Roanoke,
the Star City,
a place we call home.
From a train town to a brain town, the city evolves with the times.
Roanoke is resilient and is creative.
Honoring its history, living in the present, looking to the future.
We need to rejoice and keep on moving on.
But it's not without challenges. Safety, education, housing.
So I get people walking in saying that they're living in their cars, that they're about to be evicted. It's happening to a lot more people.
All issues under the microscope.
A city that mirrors the American melting pot. Dozens of cultures coming together, proudly sharing their heritage, proving anything is possible with heart and motivation.
Tonight, we share these stories in a live WDBJ7 special presentation. We're in our hometowns.
Good evening. I'm Kate Capodanno.
And I'm Mitch Carr. We want to thank all of you for joining us for this special In Our Hometowns presentation. We are coming to you live from downtown Roanoke on the roof of the iconic City Market building.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here with you tonight. We are going to showcase everything that Roanoke has to offer during this next half hour. That includes the successes, the challenges, and of course the history of the Star City. Back-to-back breaking news. The inmate accused of a deadly attack, a new university president, and the first of the Epstein files are released.
A violent night. We are taking a look at crime stats here in Roanoke after a stabbing last night in Roanoke and a shooting in Lynchburg.
And a windy evening will lead into a much quieter overnight. We'll have that full First Alert weekend forecast coming up.
The beginning of a new chapter. The excitement in Blacksburg as thousands become Hokie in love.
WDBJ7 starts with a First Alert weather day.
High winds across our area are causing a First Alert weather day. Good evening, I'm Mitch Carr.
And I'm Kate Capodanno. Thank you for joining us tonight. So let's jump right to that First Alert hometown forecast. Chief Meteorologist Justin Pavic is in the studio.
And Justin, you can see here, we've got video that our crews caught earlier. Some of those gusts impacting the street signs, the flags, the traffic lights. So how long are these windy conditions going to stick around?
Guys, I think really in the next hour or two, we're going to start to see those numbers beginning to drop off. Had some very gusty winds earlier on in the day. But coming up, I'll have the First Alert on your weekend forecast and some huge warmth that's slated to impact our hometowns later on next week.
Justin, thank you. And as we monitor the rest of this windy weather and head into your holidays, you'll want to download that WDBJ7 First Alert weather app. All you have to do is scan that QR code there on your screen and turn on the push alerts. Breaking news tonight, University of Virginia now has a new president. After more than 5 months of searching and controversies, the Board of Visitors announced it this afternoon. It is promoting Scott Beardsley to the role after a unanimous vote. Beardsley has served as the dean of the School of Business since 2015. And Beardsley replaces former President Jim Ryan, who resigned from his post as president amid pressure from the Department of Justice during an investigation into the school's diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Throughout the search process, there was community and faculty disagreement over Ryan's departure and the search for his replacement. That included a vote of no confidence by faculty in the Board of Visitors. And just last month, Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger urged the Board of Visitors to stop the selection process until she took office and could appoint new board members. Beardsley will start on January 1st.
Also breaking tonight, the inmate allegedly responsible for killing prison guard Jeremy Hall last month at River North Correctional Facility has now been officially charged. The Grayson County Commonwealth's attorney announced this afternoon John Holloman Russell faces 5 charges. These include aggravated murder and 2 counts of attempted aggravated murder, among other charges. Russell is already serving time for charges out of Northern Virginia and has since been moved to a higher security prison.
And more breaking news tonight. The Justice Department officially began releasing the Epstein files late this afternoon over on its website. Today was the deadline to release files after Congress ordered their release with last month's passage of the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Hundreds of thousands of files are expected to be released containing police records and many photos with faces heavily redacted. The Deputy Attorney General says more will be released in the coming months, with CBS News reporting Democratic leaders are considering legal action to force the immediate full release of the files. And we are going to continue to follow all of these breaking news headlines tonight. To be in the first alert in the know, to get those updates, just scan that QR code and turn on the push alerts.
It has been a violent 24 hours here in our hometowns. One man is dead after a shooting.
2 teens are hurt after a stabbing. And new tonight, we are digging into the crime data into those areas. WDBJ7's Layla Mitchell is joining us live from Roanoke.
And Layla, let's start with the stabbing in the Star City. What do we know about this case and the city's trends?
Yeah, Mitch and Kate, that stabbing sent 2 teens to the hospital with serious injuries. At last check, one was in critical condition while the other was expected to be okay. But after that stabbing, I dug into the crime data for Roanoke City, and while it does show that violent crime does still happen, it is trending down. And Roanoke police point to changes within the department for those down trends.
No arrests have been made after 2 Roanoke City teenagers were stabbed Thursday night near Montrose Avenue Southwest. Police tell WDBJ7 they don't have a description of the suspect yet, but they believe it was an isolated incident. As detectives work to find the suspect, Deputy Chief Adam Puckett says changes inside the department are helping officers respond faster and solve more cases.
The chief has a meeting where he's present, and the lieutenants and captains come in and they present what's going on in those areas to the chief and what we've been doing to combat the problem.
New crime data shared with WDBJ7 shows non-fatal shootings is down. Gun-related homicides have dropped by about a half in recent years, and police are solving more of these cases than before. Due to COVID-19 and staffing shortages in past years, detectives wouldn't immediately be sent to every violent crime scene. That's changed.
One thing that does is, that tells the community that we care about them, right? Because we're actually responding in the time of crisis. Another thing it does, it's crucial to get there within the first 24 hours.
Ready? Police have also invested more time on the ground.
Because we've spent a lot of time building relationships with the community. And because of things like the shoot team, because of things like the stratified policing, the community, I think, talks to us more. They give us more information that we didn't have before.
Roanoke police have also opened a real-time crime center to help tackle crime and make up for some staffing shortages. Right now, it operates weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., even though data shows most violent crime happens in the evening hours. And while crime is trending down, The department says the work is ongoing.
It is a promise to our community that we will continue to innovate, collaborate, and protect with integrity.
And police are still actively investigating. They're still looking for a suspect, so they ask anyone with information to contact them.
And Layla, let's keep this conversation about crime going, specifically violent crime. Let's turn now to Lynchburg, because there was a shooting that happened just last night. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Kate, that shooting left 52-year-old David Vodder dead, and police are now looking for John Levi Sneed in connection with that shooting. The shooting happened on Campbell Ave in Lynchburg, and Sneed has since been charged with second-degree murder. He has also been charged with use of a firearm in connection with a felony, as well as other charges, and he was last seen on Garland Street. And Mitch and Kate, Lynchburg police are asking anyone with information, anyone who might know Sneed or have seen him, to contact them. Back to you in studio.
All right, that is Layla Mitchell live for us in downtown Roanoke. Layla, thank you.
Okay, let's take a peek now outside at some of the road conditions across our hometowns. We have a live look at US 220 near Tanglewood in Roanoke, where traffic is moving well on one side, a little slower on the other, but it is a rush hour at this time. The next few days, of course, could bring some of the busiest travel days of the year, so make sure you have that patience when you're behind the wheel.
T-minus 6 days until Christmas. Are you worried? Does that mean you're running out of time to get those last-minute gifts? Are you done with your shopping? Well, data shows this year has been record-breaking. The National Retail Federation expects November and December holiday sales to pass the $1 trillion mark. Now, this is around 4% higher than last year. Consumers are expected to each spend an average of nearly $900 on holiday shopping, and nearly 160 million people are expected to shop tomorrow on what's called Super Saturday. That is tomorrow, the last Saturday before Christmas. It's also for all the procrastinators out there, there's a lot of us. Also here locally, shoppers and store owners are gearing up for the last few days of the hustle and bustle, and many shoppers are still coming in. Some for bigger gifts, others just trying to finish things up. Downtown shops say it's common to see a rush in the final days before Christmas, especially from people looking for stocking stuffers and small but meaningful gifts.
Oh yeah, people are still, they shop up until the last minute, and then usually the last few days we start seeing, like, I'm just shopping for stocking stuffers, so they shop for the smalls later on.
Many downtown shops will be open on Christmas Eve with special hours, giving shoppers that one final chance to wrap up their lists and support local businesses. One holiday purchase that some shoppers consider is a new pet. Well, if you're thinking of adopting one as a surprise gift, just make sure it's not a last-minute decision. Tonight, one shelter is making sure that possible pet owners understand the importance and the long-term commitment of getting an animal. WDBJ7's Kyra Willis is live tonight at Angels of Assisi. So, Kyra, what are folks telling you? Oh, you've got a friend with you. What are they telling you about the importance of planning before adopting a pet this holiday season?
Yes, good evening, Mitch. You might be looking at this cute, adorable little kitty, thinking it's just what the doctor ordered for your child, significant other, or anyone else in your family you still need to buy a gift for. But here at Angels of Assisi, I'm told that adopting a pet needs to be something that is well thought out, planned, and researched to avoid causing unnecessary stress for the shelter and the animal.
We think that bringing a pet home for the holidays is actually a great choice for families, as well as it's thought out and that everybody is in agreement.
Angels of Assisi director Lisa O'Neill encourages people to adopt animals during the holidays, saying the addition can add a fur baby to the mix, create new family traditions, and provide some comfort.
It's giving back to the community. You're saving an animal, and what a better time to do something like that than during the holidays when everybody's trying to bring in that warmth and good cheer.
However, she says since the shelter already faces overcrowding throughout the year, adopting a pet as a gift needs to be properly planned.
Animals are a lifetime commitment, so we like to see our pets go into what you call a forever home.
O'Neill says people surrender pets for many reasons, but their goal is to always ensure families are equipped with all the tools needed to avoid giving an animal back.
And we really try to work with people to help keep that pet in their home. We have what's called an adoption guarantee, that if you cannot take care of your pet for any reason, if it's just really a bad fit for your family, if you have an emergency come up. We do have guidelines and programs to help.
She says it takes at least 3 months for a pet to adjust to new surroundings and get used to a new family. So if they're surrendered quickly after adoption, it can have a psychological effect on the animal.
To come back to the shelter is very hard on them. It's hard on our staff. Those animals become very bonded to their families, and I know that the families become bonded to the animals. So when people do have to return them, it's very heartbreaking.
Now, it's going to be very difficult for me to part from this little girl here, but Angels of Assisi will be at the Berglund Center tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for their mega adoption event. O'Neill says there will be a variety of animals to choose from and some trainers on hand to help those new pet owners. So, you know, she's encouraging folks to come out and make sure, take a look at all the animals and see which one is the right fit for your family. Reporting live in Roanoke, I'm Kyra Willis, WDBJ7.
Wonderful. Also, I think that little one had something to say.
Yeah.
You might have a budding kitty reporter or something like that.
Maybe.
All right. The joy of a new chapter, but the reality of a tough job market.
These graduates are celebrating a milestone this weekend, how they're feeling about the future.
And the wind is definitely going to be our friend here as it trends down throughout the evening time frame. That drive home, though, is still a little bit on the breezy side. Coming up in a bit, I'll have that hometown to hometown forecast.
Tonight is the final night of Delta Dental Dickens of a Christmas. We've got a live look for you down there at Market Square, downtown Roanoke. Tonight is the pet costume contest. There are also all of the usual Dickens festivities. Go get yourself some freshly roasted chestnuts. Be sure to head out to the City Market Building until 10 p.m. so you can enjoy all the fun.
Now from the Robin Reed Weather Center, here's your First Alert Hometown Weather Forecast.
First Alert Weather Day continues for the next couple of hours, but really after that, our winds will quickly diminish later on tonight, leading into a much calmer and pleasant upcoming at 49 degrees. Allegheny Highlands topping out into the mid-40s for tomorrow.
Justin, thank you. And tonight's news does not stop at 6:30. More is on tap with CBS Evening News. Here's what you can expect.
Tonight, we go on the road with Steve Hartman with a secret Santa who's making a difference in people's lives. That's ahead on the CBS Evening News.
Our Chief Meteorologist Justin Popick is back with us now. And Justin, the First Alert Weather Day still in effect. Those winds are still gusting.
Yes, so in that Super 7 day, do we expect these windy conditions to continue?
They're going to go down quick, guys, here. In fact, this evening throughout the overnight, I think they'll be non-existent after the midnight hour. In fact, those temperatures continue to climb here, guys. Upper 60s by Friday. Overnight low temperatures will be warmer than we should be during the day. So we're going to be challenging perhaps some record high temperatures later on this week. I'll do some digging on those numbers, but definitely a big change from a couple of weeks ago.
Santa could be wearing a tank top instead of his big jacket.
65.
Move even faster.
Gosh, I remember like coming out of the church. Anyway, we'll get back to it. I know we're out of time, so we'll be right back. Sorry, everybody.
Thousands of students are graduating this month and stepping into a new chapter. And tonight, we look at what's next for them. A recent survey from the National Association of Colleges and Employers shows the class of 2025 submitted more job applications and received fewer offers than the class of 2024. But graduates were prepared for the job market difficulties. They began the application process earlier and accepted offers at a higher rate. Others are deciding to take part in internships or continue their education. And more than 1,500 students at Virginia Tech are now facing these decisions and uncertainty. But that feeling is mixed with excitement as they walked across that stage today. The graduating students say it was not easy navigating the job market, but one graduate says he's proud of his hard work over the past 4 years, saying it's paid off and he is starting a job full time.
Like as somebody who's like struggled financially, like growing up and everything, like finally having the opportunity to like be able to make my own money and like set my parents up, set my family up, set my grandparents up and everything, it like makes me really happy because I didn't have this growing up.
You can feel his enthusiasm. Another 1,400 Virginia Tech students also earned advanced master's and doctoral degrees today. Okay, we're going to have a final check on that First Alert Hometown forecast after this.
Hey, those howling winds will relax late this evening. Throughout the overnight, a much quieter start to our weekend. Sunshine's back with us, and we're going to be climbing back into the 50s, guys, next week. Not feeling much like December. We're going to be talking about some 60s with some more sun.
All right. If you can find your trash can and your inflatables tonight, you're good to go until Christmas. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Good night.